Hello, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Guitaristas. So I've got my hat on because we're going out this week. Going to do something a little bit different. A mate of mine reached out and asked if he could buy the Vibro champ off of me. So as much as I like it, got to keep the circle of guitars turning, haven't we? So I said yes. Now he wasn't keen on me posting it, shipping it, you know, courier, not posting it for a letterbox, but shipping it, you know what I mean? Because obviously these things are fragile, aren't they? You know, the tubes and stuff. So I said I'd see if there was an excuse for me to drop it off, you know, near to where he lives. I'm in Essex in the UK. He's the other side of London in Surrey area. So I thought, well, I'll find an excuse to go on a guitar safari. So that's what we're going to do this week. We're going to package this up, stick it in the motor, and we're going to go and head off in his direction, and we're going to visit a shop that I've been wanting to visit forever. I've never been there. It's a place called Guitar Village in Farnham, in Surrey. Join me and let's go and have a look and see what they got. The Guitaristas is proudly supported by Gear for Music. We're off. Here we go. So, we're heading out of Essex now, and we're about to hit the M25. And what we're doing here is going round London, round the bottom of London, south on the M25, and we're heading towards Guildford, as it happens, which is, you probably know, where Anderton's is. And Guitar Village is actually where we're going. It's not far from Anderton's, I believe. I've never been to either places. I don't think we'll get a chance to visit Anderton's today, but you never know. If we don't do it today, which we probably won't, I'm planning a proper trip there at some point. But no, today, Guitar Village, M25, it's quite a long journey, it's a couple of hours, so what we'll do is I'll show you a little bit of the scenery, probably. I might natter a bit more, I might not, but then we'll pick up this conversation, probably, more likely, as we get closer to the destination. Okay, so I'm just going to concentrate on the driving. M25, here we are. We're in Essex at the moment, no one gives way, you just have to push your way in. Last time I went out in the Porsche, someone said I was a mad driver. You have to be if you live here. Oh, we're about to hit the Dartford crossing. There are tunnels here, or there's a bridge. The way we're going, south, we'll go over the bridge. And it's a toll bridge, so you have to remember, go online and pay. There's no other way of doing it. If you forget, you get a big fine. Here it is. It's the Queen Elizabeth II Bridge. Over the River Thames, incidentally.
The destination is on your left. Guitar Village.
That looks promising.
Arrived.
Where am I parking? I see. Nowhere. Oh. Crap rack. Which way you going, fella? And we're here. Or to be more precise, we're in the car park. Round the corner, because it's on a main street and there's no parking apparently. Now, I'm just waiting for this guy to come up and grab the amp out the front. And then I'll take you in, we'll have a look at this shop and see what it's like, shall we? This is Farnham and we're about to go to Guitar Village and I have no idea what sort of welcome I'm going to get, so I'm just going to go and see what I can see really and film what I can film. You know, I hate doing these things, so I've really no idea how it's going to pan out, so we just have to find out, won't we? Wish me luck. Yeah, but this is the place. So they've got loads of used stuff here. Brian May. I've never played one. Could be interesting, could be fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to literally just mooch around and film some of these guitars. I did have a look on the website and there's some very cool stuff. Hang on. Straight away. She's telling him to stop. See, this is nice. This is the thing. This is one of the things that leapt out at me because it's a used Epiphone wheelchair, worn, £499. That's the sort of thing I just can't resist. There you go. Feast your eyes. Aria Diamond. They've got loads of different rooms here apparently. So this is this all used? It's all interesting. This is really interesting stuff. This, look at that. Vox. Again, look, a Vox gold top with P90s. Yeah. No, I'm very specific about what I'm looking for. What am I looking for, you ask? What I really want to do is get something that I can review and then raffle off. Like I did the Firebird. So something nice, something kind of around about 1500, something like that. That's kind of what I'm looking for. And this stuff is just hard to walk past. Oh, vintage special, 299. Sorry, vintage greenie. LTD. Yamaha. Yeah, PRS. Moving on. Ah, look, yeah. Always loved these. Love the look of these. Japanese. Pawn shop, 51,799 English pounds. Yeah, they're going up in value, aren't they? Do you know what else at? Okay. Strap. Okay. Let's keep moving. Bass room. Wow. Wow, this is something else. Okay. I'm getting excited now. I've got one of these, haven't I? Fantastic guitars, those instruments. Got one of those. Got one of those. I'm kind of trying to think what would I like to review and own very briefly, and what's going to be popular with with you lot. I mean, I'm thinking SG might be good because a lot of you are kind of maybe not inclined to invest the money in an SG, so might be fun to have a little punt and own one. I don't know. What do you reckon? There's two cherry standards here. There's the other one. 1549. Price is a little bit keen. There's some deals to be had on those at the moment, isn't there? Ooh. Guitar bowl. Blimey. Oh, well, that's cool. What, an older Firebird Epiphone custom shop, limited edition Carina, 799. Yeah. Okay. And there's the bird. $12.99. Okay, it's enough epiphones, I think. I'm being drawn to a sign that says vintage. What do you think of this headstock? I don't know. John 5. Is that a triple caster? Oh look, these are in a cage. Wow. Is that a proper burst over at the back there? Oh, they're proper old ones, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah, you have to be a grown-up to to play those. This is, I'm guessing for a Les Paul Deluxe. $79.80, like an earlier one really. I've got a lead on one actually. A mate, an old mate, was just recently. He just called me last week actually. He's got an, what did he say, 74 Deluxe or something that he might want to sell. I'm going to go have a look at it next week. This one. There you go. It's a nice top, isn't it? Yeah, can you read that? Factory second stamp. 78. There you go. $65. That. L6 Deluxe. Oh. I love that. Something about 70s hardtail mocha. Oh, God. 1978. Wow. Another hardtail, black, reefing. I've got a feeling that at some point I'm going to start trying to get into strats a little bit. I should really, shouldn't I? Oh, and this is a WEM Dominator. A few people asked, because I was talking about them a few weeks back, wasn't I? That's a WEM Dominator Mark III. There you go. As used by Noel Gallagher, apparently. Moving on. There's a couple of used SGs somewhere. Let's see if I got, oh, I think I just found one. You probably need to sort of walk around here several times to take it all in, don't you? Oh, super. Oh, there's another room. I haven't been in here yet. Oh. Paletti? Is that how you pronounce that? Wow. I don't know anything about those. Custom shops. More custom shops. Yeah. Yeah, Paletti. What do we know about these? Absolutely nothing. Except they're quite expensive. Well, quite fancy, aren't they? Look nice. Oh, that looks nice. Yeah. Okay. More Palettis. Gibsons. Custom shop. Well, I'm a bit it's someplace, isn't it? I don't know why, but there's nothing that I particularly want to try. There's nothing that fits my shopping list today. I'm thinking SG, but I'm not just something a little bit. I don't know. I don't know if it is an SG. I've got a couple of ideas. There's a new Gibson Firebird about to drop any day. Obviously, they haven't got any of those here. I'm thinking maybe getting one of those. I don't know. I think I'm going to leave without buying anything. I was really tempted to get that Epiphone Wilshire or to try it. But there's kind of no one around to help, I don't think. There's only that one guy here, I think. So I don't think I'll impose on him. Not today. Yeah. I think that's it. Before I go, let's just look at the price tags on some of these custom shop guitars. I mean, 5899, 3752, 544, 5443, 4, 44, 5, 5, 5, 3. And of course the Gibson custom shop ones. 3, 6, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 7, 6, 3, 3, 5-5. That's the floorboard creaking. 5-4. Who's buying this stuff? Who is buying this stuff? I mean, you know, it's a once in a lifetime purchase for most people. There's a lot of them, isn't there? Private. Okay, my friends, we'll have a saunter out. Obviously, I haven't stopped by the acoustics because I'm not really interested in acoustics for some reason. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, I saw that on the website. I saw both of those on the website. SG Specials. SG Special Faded, the black one, and an SG Special. Now they're just something that Gibson called SG Specials. An SG Special, of course, is an SG with two P90 pickups like those. But for some reason they did a cheaper version with uncovered pickups a while back, a few years back, and called them the Specials. But that's a really good way of getting into a cheaper SG, because there's not much difference, to be honest with you, those and standards. Okay, I think that's it. Try and find my way out there. Is this the way? Vintage, £199. Shallow strap locks. Oh. This one's £349. God, it's so tempting, isn't it? That's the problem with cheap guitars. You go, oh, well, it's silly not to. Oh, I can't really afford it. I would buy either of those in a heartbeat, to be honest with you. Make a nice little review. I've got to be a little bit more sensible than that. A year ago, that was nice, and they were friendly, and they have got some fantastic stuff there. That was a lot more successful than my jaunt to PMT that time. It's quite difficult doing this, but that was quite nice because the little rooms and there wasn't really anyone around, so it was just like a mad bloke talking to myself. So, well, it's good practice. Hopefully we'll be able to cut something reasonable out of this and make a little vlog. Quite a long drive home now, so I'm just going to get cracking and hope I might miss rush hour. All right, well, we'll pick this up again when we're in the motor. See you in a bit. Well, there you go. We're now in a traffic jam on the way home on the M25. Apparently it's going to take us 3 hours to get home, so we'll get an extra hour sitting in heavy traffic. So I thought I'd turn the camera on and we could have a debrief. What do you think of that place then? No doubt an attractive place to spend an hour or so, isn't it? But I was just thinking, yeah, I mean, beautiful guitars everywhere, all sorts of stuff. But I don't know. But I was just thinking, is it any different to looking at the stuff online, really? Because I don't know if it's just me, but it just didn't feel any more like you could touch it. Know what I mean? There's no one sort of running around to help you. I mean, I know, you know, the guy was busy out the back unboxing guitars or whatever, and he probably thought, who's this dick with a camera? I mean, he had no fucking idea who I was. In spite of the fact I'd sent him 2 emails, in fact, because he said he couldn't see the first one, so could I send him another one? So I sent it to him twice, and I put a link to my channel because I thought, well, I mean, you're going to ask someone if you can film, at least give them an idea who you are. So I sent an email asking with a link, and he clearly hadn't seen it, which I suppose is nice, because that's the sort of treatment that anyone, you know, no special treatment, that's what I'm saying. Not that I expect it, yeah, of course I do. Don't you know who I am? What was I saying? But yeah, you wander around and it didn't feel like you could go, oh look, I'll give that one a try, because it's quite a big palaver, isn't it? You'd have to try and find your way downstairs and find the bloke, and he's obviously going to be in the middle of something. So I didn't feel, well, I didn't try anything, did I? Which says it all, because I fully intended to give something a play. I fancied having a go on one of those Les Paul Deluxes, because I definitely fancy a Les Paul Deluxe, and I definitely fancied having a go on those SGs, the specials, the ones that are called the specials that are not that special. They're just a nice cheap entry level to the SG world. That's what I was trying to point out there. And the other SG, because I do fancy getting an SG. I fancy getting an SG for the next competition. I don't know why. It's just I'm thinking, well, I think a lot of people go for it, because I don't think. What was I saying? Because there's a lot of people that wouldn't invest that amount of money in an SG because they think they're a bit weird and they're not sure. So I thought, well, that might be a good one for you lot to have a punt on. But anyway, I fully intended to try the ebony one and the cherry ones, because I'd seen them online, and I know the necks on those models are nice and chunky. But I didn't really feel. I'm not going to say I didn't feel welcome, because I'm sure they would have been more than happy to help me. But I felt like I might be imposing a little bit had I asked to try something. So I didn't. And here we are in a traffic jam on the way home, regretting that. No, I'm not really regretting it, actually. I think we did the job, didn't we? Did the job. Job's a good one. Right, that's it. That's all. No, it's not. Is it all? Well, no, we'll have a catch up when we get back to the studio. When I've had a look at these rushes to see if we've got anything, see if we've got a film this week. That'll be the thing, because it's this or nothing. I'll catch you in a bit. Oh, there's the biker. I tell you what, I wish I was on my bike. I had initially intended to come by bike, because I thought, well, that Vibro Champ, it's going to go on the back of my bike easy enough. It's just as easy as it fitted in the Boxster front. But anyway, I bottled it in the end, because I thought, the weather forecast wasn't that great. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with the weather, it's quite nice. Anyway, next time, next road trip, we're going to go on a bike. Yeah, I promise you. Because I'm fucking this whole nonsense and fucking traffic jams. Right, yeah, I'll catch you back at the studio. And we're back. Normal service has been resumed. What a great place. So it's 24 hours later, so it's given me a chance to take it all in, really. Think about it. Think about what I saw. And there was a lot of stuff, wasn't there? Fabulous selection of like cheap, used stuff, which is great. And you don't often see that, do you? Like loads of it, weren't there? Loads. And then, I noticed actually, I was thinking they've got that in room 1, haven't they? So probably all the kids are going in there. Can I try that? Can I try that? And then they gradually work up to the more expensive stuff, to the Holy Grails locked in that back room right up the top. But I'm just going to say, they got everything except specifically what I was after. Although I'm not sure what that is exactly. I've got a couple of ideas, and but there was nothing there that leapt out. What I was saying in that was I'm specifically looking to buy a guitar that I can review and then give away as a competition prize to follow on from the Firebird, because that was a real success, and lots of you are really up for that. So I'm thinking SG or maybe Les Paul, because I think they're the sort of guitars that a lot of people want but can't necessarily afford. So that's the lines I'm thinking along at the moment, not decided. Some interesting SGs there, but not the right ones, not the right price. I'm always looking for a deal. You know, there are deals, and that's the problem with. I suppose I'm not going to say I'm pretty sure. I suppose it's always worth asking if they'll price match what you see online, like that ebony, not the ebony one because that was used. The cherry SGs that I was looking at. You know, you can get them a few £100 cheaper online. So if you're looking for something like that, you know, it's well worth asking, will you price match, and then trying them out. And that's when that place will really come into its own. I think you need a plan. You really need a plan. If you're going to go in there and you want to try stuff out, although I'm sure that they would be obliging anyway, I think they left me alone because I was filming. I think they did that on purpose, thinking about it. I think if you wanted to try something, all you got to do is ask. I think if you're not filming, like he walked past a couple of times and he saw me talking to myself. So I think, well, I'll steer clear of this. But I think, if you want to try something, I'm sure they'd let you, no problem. But I think you need a plan. I think you need to kind of have an idea of what I want to get let's say a single cut, a Les Paul or something, and I want to try an Eastman, and I want to try a Gibson, and maybe this or that. But I'm not sure. But and you're willing, you're ready to buy, and then spend some time in a place like that. Fucking brilliant, because you can answer all those questions. You can answer all those questions, can't you? Should you get an Eastman? Should you get a Gibson? Or whatever, for example. because they got it all. But they didn't have what I want. There's a couple of things that I'm looking at online, and I haven't pulled the trigger yet, and you'll see if I do. But they didn't have either of those, or I would have been in. However, I shall definitely try and go back when I've got a little bit of money burning a hole in my pocket to buy something cheap-ish, because there's some great things there, weren't there? So, yeah. I'll be back. It's funny, you know, I mean, it's funny now because I get excited when I think back on what I've seen. I did that before, didn't I? When I went to PMT in Romford, you know, I had to go back and buy that Les Paul Custom in the end because I knew I wanted it. There's nothing that's going to draw me back to Farnham next week. So yeah, we'll do something different next week. But there you go. What do you think? Do you like that sort of stuff? Because that's me way out of my comfort zone, mucking around with gear that I don't really know how to operate properly. And obviously, I got back Tuesday night, and I've cut a film out of that yesterday, and it looks all right. I think, you know, but I don't know. I don't know. How can I judge? Looking at myself all day editing it, I have no idea. You have to tell me what you think. Tell me what, you know, engage in that if you can. If you see, I missed some gems, didn't I? I was going, oh, look at that, and flying past some fabulous, you know, lots of jazz boxes and semi-acoustics and acoustics. I'm sorry, they just don't float my boat. So I just ignored all of those. I flew past the bass guitars as well. I completely ignored those. So I'm kind of, you know, electric guitars, 6-string. That's my thing. And we had a look at quite a few, didn't we? So there you go. That was this week. I hope you found it interesting. If you're local enough, or you know, even if it's a few hours away, it's worth a visit, isn't it? It's worth a visit, especially if you know, you've got some money to spend and you've got a few ideas, but you don't know where it's going to go. Go to a place like that. Yeah, show them your money when you're walking in and going, I'm serious, and I'm sure they'll look after you. And it's a really nice environment, I must say. I wouldn't have felt worried, you know, or you know, paranoid about playing in that place at all. You know, I normally get this guitar shop fear, but that's when there's loads of people milling around the big area. That place, you could sit in one of those comfy armchairs, have a little noodle, have a little fiddle, without anyone interfering with you. So yeah, I'd say, yeah, visit if you can. If not, I'll put the link to their website in the description box down there. Have a look and see what they got, and you know, they do online. I bought my Eastman Juliet from there, as I think I mentioned in that film, because at the time they were the only ones that had one, and I think I did get a good deal. I think I asked for a deal. I always ask for a deal. So I think, yeah, online, visit, whatever you like. Whatever you like. Yeah, do what you want. I don't care. Well, there you go. If you don't get a chance to visit or go online, you've had a look anyway, haven't you? If you'd like me to do more stuff like that, let me know. Let me know in the comments what you think about what I've been up to this week. And thanks for watching. Yeah. At this point, thanks to you lot for watching. Thanks to Gear for Music for supporting this community. And thanks to all the subscribers over on theguitaristas.tv for supporting this community. It's all appreciated. Come back next week. No idea what we're up to then. I didn't buy a new guitar to review, so I've got to have a think about that. Come back next week and find out. I'll see you then. Cheers for now.